Hello, my friends, and welcome back to another Brotato Danger 5 random run, where we take two random characters, combine them using the GMO mod, grab a random weapon, and see if we can beat Danger 5 with the resulting monstrosity. Hope you're all doing well. So, as always, the random button does not work in the GMO mod, so we're back to using the wheel, and we'll see what two characters we get this time. We've got the Entrepreneur, always a powerful character, as long as we don't roll something that can't use harvesting. So let's hope for no hunter, no sailor, no whammies in general. And we've got the Entrepreneur with Knight. Okay, well that should be a pretty powerful combination unless I am missing something. So Entrepreneur gives us lower damage modifiers, and we lose all our money at the start of the wave, but we get extra harvesting modifiers and lower item prices. And then the Knight gives us extra melee damage from armor. Nope, okay. Harvesting modifiers are reduced by 80%. So, okay. Well, this is going to be a challenge, actually. I forgot that the Knight has reduced harvesting. So, we'll see how this will end up working out. And then I need to random a weapon here. Quarterstaff, not a bad weapon, and we at least randomed the level 2 version. The medieval weapon tag should give us some extra damage. But trying to rely on harvesting, this character has minus 80% and then plus 50%, so it's going to be just minus 30% harvesting, so it's going to be almost impossible to rely on harvesting with this character. We also start with no money. That's right? Yeah. Minus 30% harvesting. So, yeah, we'll see. I'm going to roll here. I still probably want harvesting, but I'm going to take armor as well. And when we see it, and then I'm going to lock a quarterstaff, which is great. A coupon is worth buying as well. On this character, we want to spend all of our money trying to find or lock good items, because we're going to lose all that money anyways. Baby elephant. I guess that's another way that we could do damage, but I don't think we care that much about stuff like that. So I'm going to roll here and just look for good economy or armor items. And a Scar will take scaling our damage off of armor, because we're going to get melee damage for having more of that, and XP means we don't have to invest in anything else. Completely forgot that Knight has reduced harvesting mod when I rolled this combo, so this is going to be a more interesting run than I thought. I probably still have to buy harvesting when I see it at, even at relatively reduced rates. Okay, a bag helps a lot. That's going to give us a lot of extra money, hopefully. And then here, I will take 5 harvesting. It ends up being 3 harvesting, and then we will go ahead and buy the quarterstaff, buy a lemonade, because again, all of our money goes away at the start of the wave. Trying to roll more quarterstaffs is going to actually be kind of a challenge for this character as well. Yeah, maybe I can't really buy harvesting, because minus 30% is such a huge penalty to our harvesting growth. So I think all my economy is just going to have to come from the fact that we don't have to buy damage on this character. We can instead buy armor. And just level up in order to scale our damage output. And otherwise, we're just going to have to make our money normally. So here, I could take 5 harvesting still. Again, that would be, I think, rounded up. So it'll put us to 8 harvesting. Or I could just roll. I think I'll just take, oh, it only got us to 7 too. But we'll take an armor here as well. And then we will buy a quarterstaff, buy the Scar, and roll, because I'm trying to find more quarterstaffs. I will definitely take a propeller hat. Increased luck is another way we can increase our economy, and then we'll lock another quarterstaff as well. Alright, so that is the last harvesting that I can buy. Even though we're playing the Entrepreneur, we just can't really benefit from harvesting with 80% reduced rates, or 30% reduced rates. So we're going to be playing very down on money on this run, because obviously we lose all our money at the start of each shop, or at the start of each wave. So we can't easily save money from wave to wave. Gonna get this tree kill here. We do at least have additional... we keep getting really efficient harvesting finds as well, but I just can't pick that, I think. I will take 2 armor here, and then I'm going to roll again. I'm really looking for attack speed, armor, or regeneration, but we'll just keep buying armor. We'll take the quarterstaff and the propeller hat, and then roll. Lock another quarterstaff, re-roll. Another bag is an awesome find, so very happy there. And I'll lock a plant and a beanie as well, and then because this money goes away anyways, I might as well just re-roll. It was technically possible that I could find something good to lock there. I will say, it will sort of go to show how powerful these characters are if we can win with this combo, despite having tremendous anti-synergy, but just both being very, very strong characters in their own rights. Having reduced item prices from the entrepreneur is still really powerful. Only having to buy armor and XP from having rolled quarterstaffs is really good for our economy as well. So we do have some things going for us. I could buy 5% damage. I don't really need 6 melee damage, because we're just going to boost that by buying armor. I think I'm going to reroll here, and I will take 3 regeneration. I will also probably want to build dodge. We have the medieval weapon tag, so we can get dodge for free. We're going to have 6% dodge basically for free, so we can benefit from increasing that as well. Fertilizer. This is still worth buying, even at a 30% reduced rate. It's going to pay off very quickly. I'll lock the penguin here, and then I do need more attack speed, so small magazine is actually not a totally ridiculous purchase, but I think we can get that in a more efficient way. Currently, I've got +1 consumable heal, and I think Alien Worm's actually quite good for us, so I will roll and then lock all these items. Unfortunately, the money worked out where we lost 9 materials there, because I couldn't re-roll or buy anything. Definitely need to get my last quarterstaff as soon as possible. I feel like this character is one of those novels where, like, a medieval knight gets thawed out in downtown Manhattan after having been frozen in a glacier for 500 years. And then has to learn how to invest. I'm gonna buy 10% attack speed here, and 15 luck is really nice, so we'll take that as well. Get to buy a quarterstaff as well, so now we've got plus 50% XP gain, which is awesome, and then we can buy all of these items and roll. Again, I am going to take the fertilizer. That will still pay off. We'll take the lumberjack shirt. Decomposing flesh, I don't think lifesteal is going to be that important. My attack speed is so poor. This character has minus 50% attack speed modifiers anyways, so it's going to be very hard to get fast attacks to make the lifesteal actually worth it. Roll here. Vigilante ring is going to be good. I'll roll again. And then, yeah, we'll just lock this entire shop. So, perfect. One other nice thing about playing with this weapon is that we don't have to buy HP as aggressively either, because we're just going to level up a lot. And so we're just going to get the free 1 HP every time you level much more frequently. The free HP on level up, I think, is a really important part of Brotato's balance. Many of you probably saw the review that I did of Noobs Are Coming, the new Brotato alike, which uses a very, very similar game mechanics as Brotato, but does not include a free HP when you level up. And a real struggle in that game is just getting enough HP to be able to play the game. So it's I think, a very elegant solution in Brotato that you gain extra health every time you level. I still need to buy attack speed even at half rate. It's just so powerful, so I'm just going to take 15 attack speed there, and then I'm going to reroll, and I could take 5% more attack speed, I could take 8% damage, but again, attack speed is really critical for this weapon, so I think I just have to take it. Here, I unfortunately can't afford all the items, but we can reroll. We can lock a quarterstaff. I'll lock Cauldron as well. Claw Tree I don't think we need, so I'll roll here. We only get 1.5x critical damage with Insanity, so I don't think it's worth... with the quarterstaff, so I don't think it's worth locking Insanity. I would love anything that increased our XP gain a little more. Just to start scaling our damage even more. But mostly I just need regen and armor at this point. This character is always going to have pretty slow attack speed, so we're always going to be taking damage. Regeneration and armor, of course, is the way to deal with that. I think Quarterstaff is actually kind of the perfect weapon for this character combination, which is interesting. Because it's really offsetting a lot of the weaknesses here by just giving us a lot of raw stats, which is something that we really need. I'm going to recycle the Hedgehog, we'll take the helmet, and I will pick up 3 more regeneration. We can upgrade our Quarterstaff, grab the duct tape and the Cauldron, and then roll. Cyclops Worm, I do, of course, want to increase our percent damage, even though Entrepreneur has 50% reduced damage modifiers. We still want this positive. Peaceful Bee I can take. We lose 0.5% damage here, and then I will roll, and Corrupted Shard will grab as well. Roll again. I do want to build Dodge, but I think I can lose 2% Dodge to buy the Acid. Acid is going to be pretty important, because my max HP is still fairly low. Roll a couple times. Mastery, Cursed, I'll buy. 4.5 melee damage is still useful, and the curse is very good. And then we're gonna keep on re-rolling. I do need to fix my movement speed. Is Terrified Onion worth it? Probably, unfortunately. I always dislike when I have to buy that item, but playing at negative movement speed is really dangerous, so sometimes you just have to. I might not buy it if we find a convenient, like, +9 speed level up here. But I'm not going to go wildly out of my way rolling for one, because there's other really good stats that we could get as well. At least our damage output is good. Per swing, anyways. When you swing this slowly, your damage output is always going to suffer. We probably, just due to our really weak attack speed, are going to struggle getting enough damage to kill the elite. So, we'll just need to tank through those. Most likely. Yeah, we'll take a Cursed Claw Tree for sure. And here, I'm going to take, I think, just 4% damage. I could take 10 luck as well. Actually, yeah, I'll just take 10 luck. Okay, well, the 9% speed did show up, but 10% bonus attack speed, a level 4 speed upgrade is just, or attack speed upgrade is just too good to pass, so I am not going to. Gonna roll here, we'll take Lemonade and Helmet, and roll again. Barnacle is amazing. Super, super happy to see this. And then I will lock a Quarterstaff, reroll, we'll buy a plant, and unfortunately I can't reroll. One of the things when you're playing the Entrepreneur is you really want to reroll a lot to make sure that you are buying items as cheap as possible. Because when you lock an item, it inherits the price from that shop, where the same item would cost more if it showed up in the next shop. But getting extra curse and extra stats from leveling when we're leveling this often is awesome. We are leveling this awesome. The Cursed Lamprey there is certainly a risk, as always. Go ahead and kill this tree and try to clear all these enemies here. Just have the defensive stats at this point to tank most incoming damage, so I can just run into the middle of the map here and make extra money by picking up these crates as well, because we have bags. Piggy bank, we will never make the money. When you're playing the Entrepreneur, You can still use piggy bank technically, because how it works is it deletes all of your money at the start of the wave, but then the piggy bank will trigger after that based on the amount of money that you had when you went into the wave. So it will usually give you, somewhere between 2 and 4 materials at the start of each wave, but we just won't make 31 materials off it ever. Padding is fairly weak, obviously, because we're always going to be losing all of our money, but 3 HP is 3 HP, so we're going to take it. And I could definitely take this, and it certainly wouldn't be bad, but I just hate this item, so we're going to recycle it. Here, I'm going to take 20 luck, I think. This is a guaranteed level 3 level up, so I could roll for armor, or dodge, or regen. Any of those would be fine, but 20 luck is a pretty big deal, and then let's roll here. I feel like we can do better. Do I want 2 armor or 6 attack speed? I think I'll just keep buying as much armor as we can. We'll take the quarterstaff. Scarf, I do want. Regen, 4 regen is really good. 2 melee damage is fine. 4 speed is really good. Unfortunately, we're going into an elite wave. I don't think that locking this for an entire shop, because I'm going to be re-rolling a lot and trying to buy stuff that will help going into this elite fight. I don't think that's going to actually be productive, so I'm going to pass on that. Community support, we actually don't want on this character. It costs us armor. We only get half the value of additional attack speed. So we're going to pass on that. And shackles we're passing on for now as well, because I'm going into an elite fight and I don't want to try it with 1 speed if possible. So if I find additional movement speed, we'll be very happy that we pass there. I will take the head injury. I'll roll here. Grab a fish hook and a corrupted shard and roll. Take a leather vest and a corrupted shard and roll. And then plant is good. I definitely need more regeneration. Rerolls are starting to get pretty expensive. Okay, we do get to find a speed item. We won't have it for this wave, unfortunately, but it's still really good to have that. And we'll lock Cyclops Worm as well. 6% damage, still valuable. I think there might be a chance that we can kill the elite here, even with our terrible attack speed, just because we do hit pretty hard per attack. And I've got the defensive stat to tank the elite. So I should hopefully be able to kill it here. And then the recycling machine can pay off quite a bit, because if we get a red item from the elite that we don't want, we'll make extra money off of it. Trying to kill the healer alien before it keeps the elite alive. Surprising, honestly, how quickly we killed that thing, given our very, very slow attacks. Our damage per swing is good. It's not amazing, though, so was nice to be able to kill it, for sure. The whetstone I'm just going to recycle. We would only get up to 1% lifesteal, and that's a lot of money. Extra stomach, great, we're definitely taking that. We need some more max HP, so we're pretty happy with that. Let's roll here, and then I'm just going to take this 8% speed upgrade. I will take another coupon, and we'll buy Cyclops Worm and Clockwork Wasp. Lemonade, great. Banner, yes. Range is actually not horrible on this character either. I've reduced it a lot, but additional range does help with these wide swinging type items. And then I'll take an exoskeleton. I could buy Chameleon as well. I do need increased dodge, but 102 for 3 dodge just does not seem like good value. Dangerous Bunny is great. We're going to be re-rolling a lot. And then let's go to the next wave here. One thing I like about these character combinations is you have to play them in ways that you weren't expecting. Things like remembering at the last minute that night reduces our harvesting. Really changed how I was planning to play this run. Though I am happy that I invested in a little bit of harvesting. It's helped smooth out our economy even at lower rates. Harvesting's just such an incredibly powerful stat that even buying it at weaker rates, it still can be pretty good sometimes. clear the remainder of these enemies there. Great. Take an alien worm. I am gonna lose some consumable heal. That's fine, though. And then, nice, we're up to 24% speed, which is great. Here, I'm just gonna take the 8% damage. That's a pretty big boost to our damage output. We'll go ahead and keep upgrading our quarterstaffs, take Dangerous Bunny. I could buy this would be our third Clockwork Wasp. It would make any structures I get actually really good. So I think I will buy that, and I'll take the Goldfish. We're the entrepreneur, so we can get pretty high level items and still buy them because items are a lot cheaper for us. Unfortunately, this was one of the worst goldfish of all time. So the items would have been level 1, 2, 1, 2 without the goldfish, and they were now 2, 3, 2, 3. I don't think losing 2 attack speed for gaining 5 damage is worth it, so I'm just going to roll past that. I will take another Dangerous Bunny, and we'll do some more re-rolling. Snail, I don't care about. Let's roll here. I will take a turret. Like I said, we've got triple Clockwork Wasp, so the turret can actually start doing something. And Insanity, even at only 1.5x crit multiplier, this is a fair increase to our damage. It's also a way to increase our damage that's not affected by 50% damage reduction or 50% attack speed reduction. So crit chance has a little more value here. And then I'm going to lock all of these items. We are throwing away 39 materials, but these are all good, and I want to lock a bunch of stuff for our fishhook. Also notice that our fishhook is currently at a 20% pity bonus. Bought it a million waves ago, and it hasn't done anything. So I could still use a, Pocket Factory. That would be pretty nice. Because we've actually managed to pick up a decent amount of engineering and triple Clockwork Wasp, so that could help our clear speed by quite a bit. I'm not really worried at all about trying to stay at full health for the extra stomach. We'll get enough extra HP off of it without warping our play. That's something that people will often point out is, you didn't step on the fruits when you're at full health. I think that you will generally make the game harder on yourself if you really worry about those 1 or 2 extra HP a wave. Just worry about making money. The extra stomach is a powerful enough item. It will always give you value. The fertilizer will still be good here, and then we will take 16% damage. And I've got plenty of move speed, so let's go ahead and grab some more luck. 1 cursed item, sure. We'll take the fishhook. I guess I'm buying everything here. Baby squid, excellent. I definitely need more regeneration. That's exactly the type of thing that we're looking for. And we'll lock both of these and then roll. I'll buy... No, I guess I can buy the landmines. Landmines will be fine. Unfortunately, neither of those are worth locking. And I did want to lock stuff because we have double fishhook now. But landmines could maybe help with additional clear speed if I end up finding Pocket Factory and going that route. Triple Clockwork Wasp really opens up a lot of possible play patterns just by giving you much, much more efficient structures. And they only cost 33. If we were to find an item, if we were to find Fairy, they would give us extra regeneration. Not a major consideration, but definitely real. Because we're playing the Entrepreneur, items are so much cheaper that we can afford to buy items that aren't that strong, but might have value in certain scenarios. And we get less control over what items we get to buy because all of our money goes away, so we just have to spend out every wave. I guess I'll take 2 armor. We're wasting barnacle value here, but 2 armor is still just so good. And then a cursed quarterstaff is awesome. I'm gonna buy all of these things and then re-roll, upgrade our quarterstaff again, take blindfold, injection, and incendiary turret, and do a re-roll and a re-roll. The plasma sledge and trident, unfortunately, I can't lock. We just kept rolling into more weapons there. Totally fine by buying the bait going into an elite wave here, although I did take a bit of extra damage. Honestly, took more damage there than I thought I would. This elite can sometimes do that because it's hard to stay next to it and not take hits from it, thanks to its fairly dangerous attack pattern. So I did put myself under a little bit of extra pressure by buying the bait. Fortunately, we just have 30 armor, so it's hard for things to go wrong when you have 30 armor. Heavy bullets doesn't really do anything for us, and we get 146 materials out of it, which is excellent. I'll take 2 regen here. Any regeneration that I get is still pretty valuable. And then I'm going to reroll here. 6 regeneration is exactly what we're looking for. We'll take a blindfold. I'll take injection and incendiary turret. Spicy sauce will give me an extra reroll, but honestly, this just isn't a very good item for us, and we have free rerolls already. This whole shop I am going to buy, though, and then we will roll. Small fish I'll take. I'll roll again. Fertilizer this late doesn't do anything. Whistle probably doesn't do anything either. I'll take a garden, though. I guess I will still just take the whistle. Okay, Sif's Relic is great, especially if I were to get that cursed. It would be amazing. So here's hoping double fish hook pull through. And that also will open up baby elephants and cyber balls as a much more powerful tool. And this character has a lot of luck, so we can use those already. Yeah, I guess this character is King Arthur in a New York Yankees court. Pretty good wave for us. I got a lot of purse out of that. We'll recycle the eye surgery here. I'll take 8% dodge, actually, because getting to dodge cap could help a lot. And we got the Sif's Relic cursed, which is 16% extra dodge and 6 armor as well. So we're almost at dodge cap. We'll take the beanie. Cute Monkey is great, obviously, with Sif's Relic. That's just a lot of healing. I think, actually do want to buy crit chance now. Our crit damage multiplier is still not that high, but our base damage is really high, so it's just a way to increase our damage output by a lot. Take a baby elephant. Baby gecko no longer does anything because we have Sif's Relic. I'm going to take the feather. Losing XP gain, obviously, is a little bit funny on the quarterstaff character, but getting to dodge cap matters a lot. Alien worm. I've got +1 consumable heal. Even cursed, would I buy the alien worm? Probably I would buy it if it got cursed, so I'll go ahead and lock that. Sif's Relic combined with the random damage items is still just one of the most fun things you can do in this game, too. And obviously, Cursed Sif's Relic is just ridiculous, giving you that much dodge and armor. One of the items that curses extremely well because it gives you 2 stats that synergize extremely powerfully with one another, as well as a really strong effect. I like that they buffed that item as well. It used to not give you the armor. And I still bought it every time because it's so fun, but it was fairly weak because the effect is not... It's exciting, but not that powerful in terms of your just like sheer win percentage. So it always felt a little bit like you were just buying something just purely for fun. But now that it comes with 3 armor, it's just always awesome. Don't really need the fin. I have 37 move speed, so I'm just going to recycle that, and then I think we can do better here. Take 10% more attack speed, and we'll buy the Cursed Alien Worm, do a reroll, Ball and Chain. We've actually gotten enough attack speed to get my weapons below the minimum for Ball and Chain. That's hilarious. I'll take the metal, though, and then I'll roll. Metal Detector doesn't do anything, but we'll buy feathers to try to get to dodge cap still. Fairy is awesome here. Ashes, pretty painful, losing armor, but I think still worth it. We're just going to lose 2 armor for this, and we get a lot of attack speed and damage. Even only 10% of each of those is just worth so much to this character. I'll lock all of these items, I guess, and then hope our fishhook triggers on the quarterstaff, and then we're going to go fight the elite here. There we go. He has experienced elite defeat. I still would love to find Pocket Factory. Cursed Pocket Factory would be obviously the best. We now have ways to kill enemies that aren't melee attacks as well, so I still need to watch out for the Cursed Pufferfish, because we've all seen what can happen with those. I will never forgive the Cursed Pufferfish for that. Exoskeleton, of course, is awesome. We'll take the Cyber Ball as well, and then here, I think I just want the attack speed. Attack speed is just the thing that's going to help us the most in terms of clearing the bosses, so we'll just always prioritize that. And then I will roll. Okay, Cursed Quarterstaff right away is great. I will take a Feather as well, getting, again, almost a dodge cap. I actually have lost 9 XP gain just from buying feathers, but that's fine. Take the Sharp Bullet here, because I've got a few items that can benefit from it, and it gives us regeneration. Do some more rerolls. I will lock the bait, because buying a cursed bait going into the boss wave is just funny, so hopefully we get to do that. It's fascinating how strong a character this ended up as, even though, I mean, we've got huge penalties to damage. We can't use the main economy boost of the Entrepreneur effectively. But these characters are just so strong that even when you turn off some of their abilities and give them penalties that really do not synergize, we still ended up just as a very, very powerful character. Kind of cool how that worked out. Yeah, I'll take the nail. Why not? And fuel tank will recycle. Toxic sludge, I'm going to recycle as well. Because I do still want to hit dodge cap if I can find 3 more dodge. I think I can do better than 20 luck here. I'll just take 2 armor. That's going to help us kill the bosses a little faster. Sadly, the bait didn't get cursed, but I'll take it anyways. We'll take Cute Monkey. Cursed Sunglasses, that's a lot of crit chance, so we're going to take that. We will buy a quarterstaff and then roll. Don't really need any of those items or any of those. Cursed Lucky Charm, the extra luck can help us heal, so sure, I'll take that. It's also good for our Baby Elephant and Cyberball. Take 3% damage there as well. Cursed Black Flag, that would have been a nice one to get a lot earlier, obviously. This is so much money if you get it going. But let's just buy another bait, and then we are going to pick up a Lemonade. I would have liked the laser turret as well, but pretty happy with where we're at. Let's see if we can kill these bosses quickly. Even through all of the lamprey spawns. I suspect that the answer is going to be yes. We just managed to build up enough attack speed and damage that we still clear these really fast. And our base damage, of course, is really high. Alright, well there we go. That's the Knight and the Entrepreneur. Honestly, that was a really interesting combination. It was kind of more fun than I was expecting it to be. At first I thought it would be super, super easy before I remembered that we had harvesting penalties. And then I thought it might be really impossible, but we ended up with a very powerful character. Double Coupon saved us 730 materials. Triple Bag, you know, it's like I say every time, if you're struggling with a character, why not just roll Triple Bag? Especially this early. An early Vigilante Ring ended up helping fix our percent damage as well. And we got a lot of other items. Barnacle was incredible. We ended up at level 26, so we made so many extra stats off that. 56 HP off Extra Stomach. Like I said, you just don't need to warp your play around the Extra Stomach. You'll get plenty of health. 272 off the Dangerous Bunnies, and then, of course, way more than that in practice, because we were able to actually buy stuff instead of just losing all that money at the start of the wave. And then we got only 6 regen from the Baby Squid, because we got that somewhat late, but still pretty good. Landmines for 3k damage, so it didn't work out there. Rip and Tear for 16k, not terrible, and 12k on the Cursed Incendiary turret as well. Cursed Sif's Relic is just so much fun every time, and Baby Elephant for only 10k damage, Cyberball for 5k, so the splash damage stuff didn't really work out. Our weapon damage was just so high, we just killed everything in one shot anyways. Alright, my friends, hope that you enjoyed this run, and as always, if you have, feel free to leave a comment and hit like. Helps me out a ton with the algorithm, so I really appreciate you taking the time to do that. And of course, you can subscribe to my channel for more Brotato and other strategy game analysis. Cheers, friends. I'll catch you next time.